Hi, my name is Alexa Platania, and I'm MK's 2018-2019 historian and videographer.
I'm Sabrina Gomez, MK's 2018-2019 Vice President and Head of Alumni Relations.
And I'm James Garcia, MK's semi-centennial chair. Thank you all for being here today.
The following film is a result of months of interviews with our Mga Kapatid alumni and current members, and a look into the past 50 years of MK.
We'd like to extend our deepest thanks and gratitude to all alumni and current members for their time, as this project would not be possible without you all.
Thank you, and we hope that you enjoy the film.
I'm Albert Bellingett. I'm 70 years old. I was here and graduated in 1972 with a BA in sociology. And I received my law degree here in 1975. And I was the first president of Mga Kapatid. I created the name, which meant amongst brothers and sisters. We as Filipinos felt so different. And we started thinking about forming our own organization. The Third World Liberation Front existed in 1969, and that year, with all the events occurring, influenced a lot of our thinking. There was a movement nationwide to develop what is called ethnic studies, that is to study your culture and your history and to be proud of it. And we demanded that they hire 2 Filipino instructors, and we got them both. So we had Tagalog, taught by Mimi Witzenberg. She just passed away last year, and Jovina Navarro, who taught the Filipino American experience. So as a result, because of the formation of Mga Kapatid, we had not only a social organization, we had a political organization. You know, I may have been the first, but what I did was nothing compared to what you guys have done, what the future has done. You know, nothing makes me more proud than that you guys just created a lot different organization than what we created back in '69. And without Filipinos in our schools, in our law schools, and we're losing that part of our infrastructure in our communities. Without it, we fall apart as a community.
I'm June Verano, alumni. Let's see, I was president of MK. I'm pretty sure it was 87, 88. I was, part of helping to bring back MK. That was freshman year, spring quarter is when MK came back. And for those of you who don't know, there was a period of time when MK did not exist. So when I started as a first year student, obviously MK didn't exist. The story goes that they had planned a dance, Memorial Day weekend. No one showed up. They went in debt, so the officers of MK had to pay off the debt. Debt was paid off spring quarter of my first year.
Yeah, there was enough of a small Filipino community that we were able to gather and say, hey, we're gonna restart the club. We weren't upperclassmen at all, but we made something happen on our own. How it happened, I think it was just young people that decided, that had something in their head, had a goal, they wanted to do it, and they knew what the challenges were, and they acted on it. They acted on that intent. As the officers and I also told our members, spread the word. Tell every Filipino that you know that MK is here.
And like I said, when we brought MK back, none of us knew any better, right? We just kind of did what we thought we were supposed to be doing, and we think this is right, so let's go do it. We didn't have to follow in anybody's shoes, so that was kind of nice. We were creating our own whatever it is we were creating. Main consistent memory I have is we just partied. It was like almost a party every weekend.
we formed, it was Filipino Culture Night. It was so amateurish compared to what it is now, you know. It was so bad that we just laughed throughout the whole thing. Because, you know, the Filipino students just started learning their Filipino culture. And one of the things they did is they learned the Filipino dance. It was not very good.
I think the other thing that stands out for me is the year I was president is when we brought Filipino Culture Night back. You know, that's when I realized we got a lot of talent in MK.
From my wife and myself, I think we think of it as when we look back at it, it was one of the most fun times we had, fulfilling things we did in college beyond classes. So when I think back at college, I don't think back at a certain class that I had fun with. I think about more of the experiences that I sort of had, and the friends that I had, and the friends that I made, and the things that I sort of was able to do. And most of it was probably around all the MK clubs that I was a part of. They used to do culture night practice over here at Segundo. I don't know if there used to be the basketball courts. That was the only really outside place that had lights. Towards the end of my freshman year, I saw, I made a few friends that were in MK, and then they were practicing for culture night then. So that's where I sort of noticed who she was, and that's where went forward from there.
The Latin representation in school, that's a big one. And I think I can even start with, if we start back in high school, in most of our high schools, we didn't learn anything about who we were as people, or we didn't learn anything about our cultural history, where our parents came from, our homeland. All of that was inaccessible for us. It creates an early inability to be our authentic selves when we can't fully explore what that is. It starts with people like us telling the stories that we learn about ourselves through community organizing, through oral tradition, through things like TCM. And I think we have an interesting, unique, important perspective to contribute that is already being silenced, and that needs to change, and it starts with our young people. I think what gives us purpose in being in these organizations is that shared sense of identity and that shared sense of a group story. We go out into the world and we're still gonna be Filipino. That part of us doesn't change, but being in the Philam gives us access to the knowledge and the tools that we'll need to, make a name for ourselves as Philam people, and that can be used to its full potential if we don't forget people that had been there before us and the things that they had worked towards. Like, don't forget your roots and the community that you come from.
The highlight of my MK experience so far is Friendship Games 2018 when Groundhog won first place.
Definitely coming in as a senior, not knowing anyone, every day being with this community is like making new friends, being with really a second family. And for PCN, I haven't really performed in a while, but it really taught me to step out of my comfort zone, get to know other people, and even just taking lead within a dance.
A really good memory of mine this year was MK's winter trip, and I really liked it because I got to spend time with people that I don't normally get to spend time with, as well as meet a lot of new faces in the community. PCN is a really good memory of mine because even though it was my first and my last PCN, this PCN is definitely going to be something that sticks with me for the rest of my life. And especially the theme of Sama-Sama, the bridges we build, not only did we get to celebrate the Filipino culture, but the bonds we fostered in doing so really says something a lot about our
But I think it's been every warm moment that I've had with someone new, my old friends, new friends, people that I've gotten closer with, and I thought I would at the beginning of this year. And, that's just a highlight, simple highlight, because, after all of this, that's what I'll still remember, looking back in college. All the little moments that I made big with people that mattered, that this community gave me.
Well, the community has helped me grow in more ways than one. But I think the most important thing to me is that they helped me grow into a more resilient individual.
I've grown a lot through this community because it helped me find and become more connected to my culture and my roots. And I didn't realize how integral that was to my identity and who I am as a person. But now that I'm here, it's crazy.
What do I see in MK in 50 years? I feel like there will be more than just around 1,000 or so Filipinx American students at UC Davis. Thinking optimistically, I feel like we're progressing towards an amazing future where students of all ethnicities will gain access to higher education more easily. And what's even more exciting is that those future generations of Filipinx American students will find mga kapatid waiting for them with open arms.
Well, I see MK in 50 years is just, doing the same thing that we've been doing, ever since I got here, and people have been doing before that. Passing on, the kindness and the will to succeed for all the people coming after us. But, the kind-hearted well wishes that you give to the people below you, I hope that doesn't change.
If I were to describe the film in one word, it would be passion.
I would describe it as family because I really did find my support system here. And I realized when I got to college that these people are struggling with me, and it was a way for me to connect to everybody in a way that I wasn't able to connect with most people who aren't in my position.
Would be dynamic.
Wholesome.
Community.
I think empowering would be a good one.
I would describe it as the fun kid.
Oh. We are the culmination of the people that came before us. The sacrifices, the lessons, the choices of where to live and go to school.
We just keep on working. And we're going to keep doing this till we all die. And then as a result, the great-great-grandchildren of our great-great-chan will have a better world to live in, right? We got to think 7 generations down. And what kind of world are we going to leave them? And we hope we can leave them with a better world.